Some people love Huawei, some people don't. Some people haven't even heard of Huawei, but everyone who sees the SN-P6 agree on one thing. This is a beautiful, beautiful device. Does its beauty run skin deep? Or does the performance actually match the looks? That is what we are gonna find out in this video. Hey guys, Ash here from cursedforever.com and you're watching my review of the Huawei SN-P6. Let's start with the build. The SN-P6 is currently the slimmest device around. It is just 6.18mm thick. Yes, there are a few upcoming devices like the Vivo X3 which are gonna be slimmer, but as of now, this is the slimmest device around. On top, you've got an LED notification light, the earpiece, and a 5-megapixel front-facing camera. Lower below, you've got the 4.7-inch 720p IPS display. Since the SN-P6 opts for on-screen keys, you only find the Huawei branding at the bottom. On top, you find the noise-cancelling microphone and a micro USB port. To the right, you've got the power button, the volume rockers, the micro SD and micro SIM trays. The P6 has a curved bottom with a primary microphone. To the right at the bottom, you've got the 3.5mm headphone jack that is covered by a metal pin that you can use to pop the micro SIM and micro SD trays open. It's very easy to lose this pin because you need to find a place to put it every time you plug in your earphones. At the back, you've got an 8-megapixel rear camera with single LED flash, the Huawei branding, and the speaker at the bottom. The back has a brushed metal look to it. It's also incredibly light at less than 120 grams. Let's talk a little bit about the specs. The SN-P6 is powered by Huawei's own K3V2 chipset. This is the same chipset used in the SN Mate as well. It houses 4 Cortex-A9 cores clocked at 1.5 GHz coupled with a 16-core GPU and 2 GB of RAM. The internal storage is 8 GB and micro SD cards up to 32 GB are supported. As the benchmarks indicate, these are mid-range specs. But in general, performance seems to be pretty good. As far as gaming performance goes, the SN-P6 was able to handle intensive games quite well. We didn't experience any lags or frame rate drops. The SN-P6 does not have NFC, LTE or MHL capabilities. If it's any consolation, it does feature an FM radio though. The SN-P6 houses a non-user replaceable 2000 mAh battery. The battery life was pretty decent and we were able to get a little more than 7 hours on a looping video playback test. With moderate usage, you should be able to get through a day on a single charge. Moving on to the display, the SN-P6 features a 4.7-inch 720p IPS display with Gorilla Glass on top. This gives the P6 a pixel density of 312 pixels per inch. The display is one of the brightest that we've seen. Everything's sharp, clear, and the color reproduction is very natural. The viewing angles are also really good. Visibility in direct sunlight is pretty good as well. Let's now talk a little bit about the software. The P6 runs Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean with Huawei's custom Emotion UI 1.6 on top. The Emotion UI is a single level UI, meaning you don't get an app drawer. You get up to 9 home screens and you can sort apps within folders. The Emotion UI is pretty customizable. You can change everything from the way the pages transition, to the way the icons look, to even the lock screens. Sadly, some of the Android 4.2 features like the double finger pull down to access the quick toggles and widgets on the lock screen aren't available here. You do get a scrollable list of toggles when you pull down your notification bar. There is a bit of confusion here. The SN-P6 seems to be shipping with 2 versions of Android 4.2. With the one you see right now, you're able to get the notification toggles but unable to hide the on-screen button. There is another variant that lets you hide the on-screen buttons but doesn't give you the notification toggles. Hopefully Huawei gets their act together soon and we are able to enjoy both features on the same firmware. Huawei have also thrown in quite a few of their own tweaks here. You get a pretty competent power manager and a permissions manager with which you can restrict apps from accessing the network or sending push messages. You also get the option to play around with the color temperature. You don't get a dedicated video app. Instead, you need to access your videos from the gallery. While the video player is pretty basic, it did get the job done. It was able to play 1080p videos without any hassles. For a phone this slim, the audio was surprisingly good. Here, check it out yourself. The audio, while loud enough, was pretty clear. Audio playback via the earphones was pretty decent as well. It also features Dolby Digital Plus to enhance the audio output. The music player is pretty standard, letting you sort songs via playlists, albums, artists, and folders. It also has the ability to generate playlists based on mood. Overall, the user experience is good. We found the P6 responsive, fast, and stable. Apps opened up quick, and we experienced little to no lag. The camera interface on the P6 is pretty straightforward. You can switch between cameras over here, toggle flash on and off, go into settings, single, smart mode, beauty, HDR, panorama, and some effects, and advanced settings over here. You can toggle to record video, and while shooting video you cannot take a snapshot, but you can however pause and resume. The 5 megapixel front facing camera is really good. It has something called beauty levels where it removes the blemishes of your face. It's really handy for self-portraits. It increases the brightness on screen if the room is not well lit and you still want to take a decent self-portrait. Again, you get a few options, and that's pretty much it. So let's quickly go ahead and take a look at some sample shots we took. The 8 megapixel rear camera can take some great pictures in well-lit conditions as evident here. The images are generally sharp, retain a good amount of detail, and the color reproduction is quite natural. Low light performance is pretty average. Here's a 1080p video sample that I shot. So, closing thoughts. The Huawei P6 is a great looking device, no doubts about it. It's got mid-range internals that keep it from being a true competitor to high-end devices. But the fact that it sells for around $400 unlocked is a definite plus. If you're not a power user and you're tired of mainstream devices and their plastic builds, maybe you can take a look at the P6. So, what do you guys think? Do you think the P6 is the phone worth getting? Or do you think the mid-range specs is too much of a turn-off? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys do want to pick up an P6, you can do so from Amazon.com. I'll leave a direct link right below the like button. So I guess that wraps up our review here. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And in the meantime, if you guys do have any video requests for me, or if you just want to stay updated on my latest videos and updates, feel free to hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. The direct links to all my social networks can be found right below the like button. So once again, that's pretty much it guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys soon with more videos. Till then, it's Ash here from CursedForward.com signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.